Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of God, welcome to Journey with the Omondis. Yes, when it's Monday, we journey with the Omondis, and it's Monday again, and this is episode 2 of 2021. Right. Joined on show on stage by an amazing group of people. First, put your hands together for my host, Laura Nayere. Let's go. And of course, Laura, you can wave.
Hi, Pete. Hi, my people. Hi. How are you doing, good people?
Hello.
Hi.
It's VPs. You say it's powers. It's VPs.
Power.
Laura, sasa hii ya pili pamoja. Hii ya pili hawa nataka tu introduce pamoja, all right? Ladies and utasikia tu nimefika kwa jina yao, nataka tuseme pamoja Sawa. Unajua wewe ni mjanja. Kai mbaya sawa.
Takula maneno.
One friends watching us.
Dante utachoma.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, now put your hands together and let's welcome together the true host of this show, the amazing couple, the amazing ministers, the amazing missionaries and church planters. Wenye story wenyewe, wenye kagari, put your hands together for
Ati wenye kaot
kagari, salimiani watu kwanza. Watu ushangaa. Watu ushangaa kagari ka orange ka nani. So si mimi nawaambia kana kwa kakeno.
Hapo kagari ni be strong, unajua? Hapo orange pia ni be strong.
All right. Good evening, morning, afternoon. I don't know what time it is, wherever you're joining us from. It's your show again, like our two hosts have said. This is Journey with the Omondis, and we welcome you to carry on with the conversations. The journey continues. We remind you, of course, to also go on YouTube if that's your favorite, place to join the journey from. You can follow our channel or subscribe to our channel. Journey the Omondis on YouTube, and the advantage with that is, but I think also on Facebook you can see the previous episodes, so that you can connect the story. My name is Eric Omondi.
My name is Mwiksomosh. Karibuni sana.
Right, amazing. Wewe ni wanani?
Ana mwenyewe.
Sina mwenyewe, mimi wa babangu.
Wewe wa babako. Babako wa mbinguni ama babako mgani?
Si daddy, babangu mzazi.
Mimi ni mwangi wa Muhadia. I will not burn.
Ati Mary anasema?
Nakuuliza kama uko sure.
Don't burn picture.
Tunione kando.
Asante kuona.
Right, you heard it yourself. If you want to watch conversations that you might have missed, and especially from last year, you can always go back to our journey from when we started. All these stories, Razipara pale YouTube, and of course, you can also go to the page on Facebook, Journey with the Omondis, and on Facebook, Journey with the Omondis. Catch all the story and much more. We are here for the stories, guys, and we are here to let you know that if there is one person who knows our story so much, even before we get to the story, is God himself, and he has authored our story, and we appreciate everything that he has done in that story. Mali ameka comma ni sawa, mali ameka full stop ni sawa, mali ameka bracket ni sawa, mali ameka kangoroti dia aka apostrophe pia hapo ni sawa. And so we want to align ourselves with the truth that God loves us so much and he cares about us, and all these things that we are going through, the experiences are basically his idea. And even before we get there, he knows it so well. And we want to tell what we have gone through or what these guys have gone through as it is. The best thing to you can ever do to anyone is tell your own story as gods. And that is what we are about in this show. So just in case you're wondering and joining us for the first time and unashanga, who are these? Who are you? Remember that we are here to tell the God story in this journey. All right. So last year, tulimaliza poa sana. You guys did a wedding, and the wedding was amazing. Oh, did I talk about starting a watch party? Yes, you can go ahead and start a watch party. Sorry about that. Yes, go ahead and start a watch party. Now back to story. Last year, we had an amazing time just looking at your story. And the year ended on a high because you guys said, I do. And of course, after you say I do, wazazi wanashangilia, maanti wanakuja wanakupea kipeo. Ndio kipeo. Watu ushago kwetu wanaitaka kipeo. Kipeo is gifts.
Kipeo is gift.
Kipeo. Kipeo is keheo.
Keheo.
Na kuna wengine ushaipata MC wa ushago wanasema wale ambao walikuwa wamekuja na vipawa wanaweza pea bwana na biharusi.
As in gifts. All right.
Jana kipawa.
Shika kipawa chako, patia bwana na biharusi.
Hatutaki mtu yote arudi na kipawa nyumbani. Kwa hivyo kama uko na kipawa utapeana pale kwa desk. Kama unataka
usirudi na kipawa chako.
That's a good one.
I think I've had one say that.
Wala wako na kipawa. So watu wa vipawa wakakuja tu wakapeana vipawa na vipeo. You know, and you are there, mlisha kiss. Now you're now dealing with that story because you're looking at your parents and aunties and wondering, what did we just do that? And you know, and then again you're reminding yourself, whatever, man, I'm married. Yeah. What is Laura, we are sorry, too much information, but kila mtu goes home.
PG. Please give me a break, Dante. Please, Dante.
Where is Rosie? Where is Rosie? Unajua Rosie ni kama ako team yako. Ni kama Rosie ako team Laura.
Hebu nitane Rosie. Bogi come.
Hebu nitakupata nafasi uite Mbogi yako. Nitakupata nafasi uwaite. But yes, harusi imeisha. Umeacha wewe na best couple na chairman wa committee. Na ule brother huko manipendo ya
kama best couple ndio chairman, umebaki nao wawili tu.
Alafu na mse mwenye alikuwa amebeba bibi harusi, dere mwenye alikuwa amebeba bibi harusi kama hajaenda, kama mko ameomba gari na ilikuwa inarudishwa mapema.
Mse anaweza nchia. Unaweza sikia alikuwa na meeting. Sana sababu si uchagua mabazenga, watu wanajiweza. Anaweza kuwa alikuwa na board meeting saa 10. Lakini
ama iko ni mara yake ya kwanza kubeba bride. Mara yake ya kwanza. So yeye anadhani tu si harusi imeisha. Akajitoa.
Yeah, so you are left there and now it's your time to go. Everybody is wale watu walipanda school bus ya shule ya ushago, shule ya ushago, wakirudi home wanajiuliza na wanaenda honeymoon wapi. Umesikia kitu? You know, everybody is trying to, you know. So my question is, nyinyi, what is your honeymoon story? Sababu hiyo ndio kitu watu wa ushago wanataka sana kujua. What is your honeymoon story? So kuna kitu mlikuwa mmegusia last time na mkasema vile you decided to go for somewhere for a night. So today is the day. We have so much time. Leo we have 50 minutes to talk about that. But before you start your honeymoon story, from the time you have left church, kuendelea, before you tell that story, I want to give Laura an opportunity to invite Team Laura, and then I will also get some time towards the invite Team Dante.
Sasa timu yangu ni mbogi yangu yote. So utaitana nani? Everybody watching is on my team. Kujeni tuwakilishe show. Kina Rosie, kina Fred, my church people wenye nime invite. Kujeni tutese show.
All right. So you can just recap and you can just recap and just let them understand that, or you can highlight what we are talking about so that as they come in, watakupata at least ukibonga. Unajua uwezi wa invite alafu mimi ndio nabonga. Hizo kura zote zinaenda kwangu. So
Azizi Dante, unajipigia debe.
Hebu jitete. Na lazima ujitetee, anza kubonga. Waambie kwa nini tuko hapa.
Mimi ule msee, tuko hapa juu tunaenda honeymoon, tunaenda wote. Hata kama ni story yao will be tagged alone. You want to know the details? Where did you go? How was it? Niliona kuna mtu alipanda ndege. It was a surprise. Sijui alifika kama kona jet lag. Yeah, Mary alisema alikuwa na jet lag all the way from here to Mombasa. Oh, please, we are sorry. We are sorry. Welcome guys, timu yangu kujeni twende honeymoon, tujue hii maneno kwenye tunataka kuingia kwa hii maneno. Yeah.
All right. Laura's internet seems to be breaking a little bit, but sini sawa, sini live. So we continue with the show. All right. So guys, as she has said, tunataka kujua details. Mimi tuambieni kenye mtaweza, kenye hamtaweza haina shida, tutaelewa.
Unajua kubonga honeymoon story ni ngumu.
Anzia tu hapo.
Honeymoon story ni ngumu. Tangu mtu aseme venye alienda honeymoon na ndege, kuna watu tu hawezi move on. Ni hard.
So Dano, tulikuwa na flagal mmoja. So alikuwa anafikiria after wedo tunaenda honeymoon na yeye. So tumeenda ananiambia kama umeniacha. So that is how honeymoon yetu ilianza.
So from church, where do you go? Mnaenda kuchukua nguo ama mlikuwa na nguo? Na by them si anafaa kujipangaje? Mtu anakujaga na hizo nguo church ama kunaendagaje? Ndio ukitoka tu church uende ukiendaga. What's your story?
Okay, I think hiyo story yangu ina depend na couple, ina depend kama mnataka kwenda immediately ama mtenda baadaye. But what we did, sisi cause tulikuwa tunajua hatutaenda home from church, tulikuwa tusha pack. So Erika akitoka home asubuhi alikamna na bag.
Alikuja na trouser zake mbili.
Na top moja.
Sijui zilikuwa ngapi, but najua tu tulikuwa tumepack tu suitcase moja, ilikuwa imejaa nguo. Yeah, so cause we knew that hatutaenda home. After church tutaenda tu place yetu tulikuwa tuna spend your night. So after the wedding atuka tumemaliza photo session. Okay, ni kama tulikuwa tumemaliza, but we still have time, so he requested to go and take some more photos, just the two of us, and we went, took some photos, and then said tukaenda to our destination.
Actually, I don't think we requested. We had a very good photographer, Bramwell, if you're watching, or any day you'll bump into this video, big up. I think when we had finished, when the wedding he suggested, alituliza situnde tupige photos zingine. I think msetu yuko passionate about, his photography. So it was his idea, and we were like, yeah, kuna time we can go. So we spent a few more minutes there, and then after that we head to our destination, which was a hotel nearby, just for the night. Unajua kurudi home pia ni noma, but of course vile Mwix amesema inalingana na couples. Unajua for someone like me nilikuwa na stay karibu sana na church Maliwedo, ilikuwa tungerudi home hapo hivyo wasi wangeanza kuja kunisalimia huko. Wakaanza congratulate mtaani.
Alafu pia umechoka, you don't want to reach home muanza kupika au sijui nini. You just want to relax because the day it was full of so many things and yeah, so we're tired.
Yep.
Sorry, I was muted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so you've left church and you've chosen not to go home. At least mlikuwa msha park. Hakuna kitu tamu kama kupark for honeymoon. Wow.
Lakini si bags mob.
Wacha wewe.
Unajua mlipack bags mob paka kuna zenye mlirudi nazo kama mjava.
So how did you park? What are you thinking about? What inspires your parking at this point?
Well, of course, the parking was inspired by the mood of the purpose of the travel, and also the destination. Okay, those two things I think inspired our parking. So knowing that we were going to the coast, which of course is warm, of course I'll pack my jumper, I'll pack coat. Job. So anyway, that of course informed us on what to pack. Light stuff, short hizo sandals and such stuff. But then also what did I say? Oh, the purpose of the travel. You see, this was honeymoon. So, you want to pack things that enhance romance. Yes.
Wow. And towards the end, we would like to ask, like a highlight or where you saw God. So even as you tell us this story, if you find places where you saw God in a big way, unaweza mention, but it's okay. We will be asking that towards the end, like ni wapi mliona mkono wa Bwana. But I'm feeling like I needed to disclaim and so say that now that we're talking of after I do, this might have some adult content. So all the children watching, fanyeni homework.
Wenda walale.
Wanafanya homework already.
Watoto wanafanya homework, kuna wenye already wanafanya homework.
Umeandika kweli kweli. Anafanya hesabu.
Watoto fanyeni homework. You see, that's why Sylvester is not on the show today. He's not watching. Nyata is not watching because this is PG just for today. Yes. But of course, we don't intend to go to the extremes anyway. But yes.
Yeah, of course. So the question is, yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, Laura.
Go ahead, Laura.
Maybe I just ask. I don't know if I'm going ahead or something, but you just need to know. How long should be honeymoon be? Mbona watu wanaendanga tu 1 week wasiende 3 months, 2 months, whatever? Or how many days? Or how long was yours?
Laura. Wako na wadosi.
Okay, I would say our honeymoon was like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, because tulienda Mombasa and then we came and we went to Ushago, and all that time to me that was honeymoon. So it will also depend on how you you describe honeymoon. Honeymoon is just, for me, it's just getting away with my newlywed husband and spending time together with him, and we also got to spend time with his family. So kuna watu wanaweza enda maybe a seclusion. Now that's according to me. Sijui anasema aje. Kuna watu wanaweza enda wakiwa peke yao for long ama for short. Depend with so many things, finances, time wenye mko nao, mnaweza kuwa baby umepata tu wiki moja, mko job and all that. So there are so many factors that that you consider before making a decision concerning yeah.
I know people say that and this could sound good, a honeymoon should be forever, okay, and all that. But I think the idea of honeymoon itself is the two people spending some time alone just after the wedding, okay? And like Wixa said, that depends on, to answer your question, mbona watu wanaendanga for a short time and they come back. It depends on on resources, like she has said. But I think the big factor ni job. Because mara nyingi umepatiwa a few weeks break, okay, and you want to utilize that and then come back to to do the things that earn you a living. Because again, mnaweza ka honeymoon mshindwe kukula.
And also mkitoka honeymoon mtakuja maybe mwanza kwa unpack, kujipanga, and that itself is so much work too. Unajua you are moving into a new house because you're not living with your husband now. It's a new place, so you have to come and start arranging the house. Maybe we put a gift, as in we have to come and start adjusting, so that now if alafu sasa mna the job. So it would depend with several factors.
Sasa tunajua Dante bado hapo honeymoon, clearly we see yake imeprolong.
Na kakiro.
Mtu mwenye anaenda aliitaje? Transport, what? Mode of transport. Alisemaje last time?
A vessel of transportation. Wewe ni mtu anakama mafuta bana.
Mwenye anatumia meli ako honeymoon forever. Anyway.
Pengine hata bado yuko Kenya, pengine he came from somewhere, from another country. Kenya bado yuko honeymoon.
Bana jo. We never know, but it's so very important that you mentioned, because people always have that debate, and I think inafaa tu kwanza na couples. When you say it's very important, because when you come back, there's life afterwards.
Yes.
I understand. I understand honeymoon. You're just two of you. And let me ask, during that time of honeymoon, hapo ndo pia mnaanza, do I call it post wedding? So tukitoka hapo, arrangements that tukitoka honeymoon, what are we supposed to do?
Okay. That's
yes.
That's a very good one, Laura. That's a good one.
Yeah, because honeymoon is not just about honeymooning, I guess so, but think after. So during that period in your days, was there any time that you felt you needed to discuss this, and what was happening? Just paint a picture.
Awesome. Take that first.
Okay, we had planned most of the things before we went for the honeymoon. We had planned where we are going to live. Tulikuwa tumejipanga tukikuja, what we will do, what we will do to start settling down. And we had also planned that tukitoka that first week after, because we spent like 7 days in Mombasa. When we came back, we had planned that we will travel to go to Shags and then tukuje sasa kuendelea na maisha. So ideally we had planned earlier some of the things that we will do immediately after now we get home.
Yeah,
Erico?
but also I think I also remember incidents where we would revisit some of those plans. I mean, because we were just the two of us, and what do we talk about except us? And of course that is the plans, desires we have for our marriage and all that. So we still revisited some of the plans that we had put in place, and Yeah, I mean, for us, that is the time we bought some curtains for our home. Yeah, it was just really about revisiting some of those, some of the plans were executed, so to speak, around that time, because kama hiyo story ya curtain, tuliona tu mahali zinauzwa na tukasema, these are these are the kind of curtains we like for our home and such stuff. So yeah, and I think this is one of the things that I think, and I could be wrong, I think it comes very natural for newlyweds while they are on honeymoon. It will come very natural to just talk about, okay, so sasa tuko hapa. how do we move ahead from here? And they come very randomly, maybe mukiswim, maybe when you're taking that walk, maybe when you're just relaxing watching that movie and all that, and they're just random conversation. That is how it was for us. Yeah.
Perfect. I'm taking notes, by the way.
Please do. But again, allow your story to be your story.
Different.
Not necessarily doing what we did, but just allowing God to write it as unique as He created you.
Yes. Dante, over to you, Studio B.
Thank you very much, Laura, for holding it up while I was away. I came back and nikasikia kupeleka. That's a good one. That's a good one. You are asking honeymoon questions like a serious human being. Looking forward to something. No, that was good. That was good. We would like to release the Omondis and Wakunywe Maji Kidogo. We are taking a commercial break at this point, so don't imagine, Kirudi, we will be asking you more questions. But yes, this is Journey with the who's?
The Omondis.
Yes, and you know, the exciting part is that they are telling their story, all right? And if you feel like this is not, you know, you can't relate, then maybe there is something, or maybe you are still single. But if you feel like you have questions that you like to ask, or things that you are concerned about and you like to know, this is the best time to ask those questions, because not many people are willing to share their honeymoon stories like these guys are. They are not ashamed and they are willing to tell it all. So we can't ask everything. If you are able to ask questions on the comment segment, go ahead and write to us on the comment segment. Let us know what you'd like to know, and we will be willing to highlight that and have them answer. But you can also go ahead and invite a friend. How do you do that? By sending them a link or by starting a watch party, right? So you go ahead and start a watch party and let's watch together. But again, this is a story inspired by Jesus himself, and he wrote it himself. Handwriting yake iko hapa hivi. And these guys are just doing us a favor by telling this story vile walielewa, all right? Because they went through it. I just want to also remind you that we have an announcement. Last week we talked about something called After I, hosted by The Link. And the Link is a ministry initiative by the Omondis, and it is an amazing thing. It's the idea is basically, well, there are so many things under it, but one of the things that is dear to me is After I Do. And After I Do is a ministry to newlyweds. So these guys are not just telling stories because they want to tell stories or because they have time. They're telling stories because they are passionate about newlyweds, and they would like newlyweds to have a great time, because this is a turbulent season for all newlyweds. I think honeymoon ikiisha, tunaanzaga sasa tujuane, and inaweza kuwa tricky, and they are passionate about that, and they have created an experience for you guys. Bad news is that we already started, but you still stand a chance. So you can go ahead and write to The Link. We will be sharing an email in a bit, but you can go ahead and write to the email that you'll be seeing here. I will be talking about this in a bit, and we will see whether we still stand a choice. Sad news is that you missed the proper introduction. But don't worry, there will be another season coming. But if you're able to reach out, if you're able to shout, help, I am here, I need this, as soon as possible, you can get help. And so we will be coming to you in a bit. Sawa. The email is very simple. You can write to the link .em@gmail.com. All right. Let me put that on the screen so that you can all see it. And I think sasa wamekunywa maji, tunaweza warudisha. Laura, what do you think?
Tuwarudishe bana, tuwarudishe, hii mambo ilikuwa tamu. Rudisha hao.
All right, that's the link. That's the email right there, the link.em@gmail.com. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Omondis.
Voila.
Laura.
Yeah.
You were saying something. Sorry. When I came, I think I forgot that you were just doing well without me.
Definitely, clearly.
She was just kicking you out successfully.
Yeah.
I
think we were talking about the whole honeymoon experience and things that people do during honeymoon, and that's some deep stuff, right? So I don't know kama kuna kitu mngependa kuadisia wadau. What do people do in honeymoon? Let's start with the kawaida. And I want to ask a question here. If we don't make love during honeymoon, is it a bad day? Is my marriage doomed?
That's a good one. I don't think so. I mean, these things depend with the couple, depends on what you agree on. Okay, there's usually that thought or idea that honeymoon ndio huwa kuna happen, and it's almost to say that it has to happen. Okay, and I don't think that is always the case. Okay, there are those who go for honeymoon and come back. Okay, maybe not making love. Okay, it is possible, but then pia kuna wale wenye wanasemanga hii day ya kwanza tulale tu, but wakifika vitu zina change kwa ground, vitu zinakuwa tofauti. So I mean, it depends, and usually it is. I think it's because of fear. Sometimes someone could be afraid of something they've never tried before, and they're wondering how is it gonna turn out. Okay.
Na labda umesikia sifa.
Na labda umesikia sifa mahali. Anyway, yeah. So I remember in our case, Mwix had faked a headache. Okay. Hiyo day suddenly alikuwa tu sawa mpaka tukafika kwa hoteli first night, anaumwa na kichwa. So anyway, and at that point now I have to make a decision whether do I elewa the headache ama do I find a way to maneuver through the holy path. So I think I convinced her. I convinced her for that. But then the main reason I had to convince her was, I was just thinking, manze, we have raised, or someone has offered to pay this amount of money.
Alafu unachoma.
Iende.
But we had agreed.
That was not adding up. We had agreed that the first night was going to be easy. We are just going to rest until I got into that hotel and looked at the setup and all that, and I just thought, no way. No way. Suddenly nikasema tu kashawa tu katani re-energize. Kashawa. And the story changed. But I think where I was coming from, unajua mimi nilikuwa ni safara. Mse nimelelewa Kibera nini. So I find myself in that space, banner, and that amount of money being paid for a night, banner. I just thought this night must count. Okay, yeah. I don't I don't know what other story is. Yes, Laura, go ahead.
Lakini Eriko,
Yes.
nataka kuuliza swali moja, even if I'm not there.
Yes.
Wewe ulijuaje Mwix amefake headache? Ama alikwambia?
I suspected.
Because inaweza happen.
No.
Na simtetei, nauliza tu.
Here's the thing, Laura. I suspected, and that is why I tried to convince her, which worked. And then later on, she actually confirmed my suspicions. She did confirm later on that she was just faking it.
No, I was not faking. I was afraid.
Yeah, of course you're faking it because of fear.
No, it's just giving an excuse so that I at least that they can pass. Because I was afraid and tired.
Yeah, so
Okay.
and the stories could vary, like we keep saying. There are those who actually would successfully do the first night, wapumzike too, and they'll be fine. There are those who probably go and those 2 weeks elsewhere, and just take it, a day at a time, and come try later when they're back home. For whatever reasons.
But majority
go knowing that this is the opportunity to unpack the. Yes.
And then also it also depends with if people as in are doing it when they are dating, they'll not be afraid of anything.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
They will not be afraid of anything because
if you've been doing it. I mean.
Yeah, you already know what to expect. Yeah. So that is also another factor.
Yeah.
So it will depend with the couple, depending on if maybe you walked a pure journey or maybe you are engaged.
The nature of your relationship.
The nature of your relationship.
So to speak. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and I want us to put something. Yes, Eriko?
No, just carry on.
Okay, I want us to put something clear here. Most people, majority, hata mimi ufikiria, now the honeymoon ni siku yenye kitaenda iende. Most people think like that time ndio sasa proper ya the happening to happen. Yeah. Najua sahi it's still watershed period, so lazima to. But
yes.
Is honeymoon basically for that? I mean, you just wake up that you kuna vitu zingine zinaweza happen apart from that.
Yeah, in fact, growing up, and when I started hearing the word honeymoon and its description and all that, and knowing that it's the season where the newlyweds just go and be alone. Honestly, I thought that is what they do the whole day. Okay, so I am among those who thought that honeymoon is just about making love the whole day, doing nothing else. But of course, with time, I came to realize that there is more to honeymoon. Just like again, we could naively get into marriage thinking that I want to get married just so that I can have this.
Yeah,
you get. But then you get there and you realize, I mean, it's not just about that. There is so much more to a union, okay? So in our case, we did so many things. We visited places together. In fact, you'll be surprised. We would wake up very early just to go visit places. Okay? And there are nights we wouldn't do anything. We'll just, just be easy with each other, okay? And just feeling nice that we could cuddle and just sleeping with a spouse, okay, and the excitement with that. So it's not really to say that is the only thing people do when they go for honeymoon. Like we already mentioned, this could be a time where you're revisiting your plans if you had any, or you're coming up with thoughts about life after now, the wedding and all that. So there is more. You could even visit people, okay, around that time as a couple.
Basically it's just bonding time. You just get to bond with your spouse daily, because you know when you're dating huwa mnakutana mnachana but now you're with this person and you bond even as you prepare now to live with this person because sasa mtakuwa mnaishi pamoja, so it's time to to bond and even making love, if you bond well, even making love will be good, but kama hamtakuwa mmebond vizuri it will also not be good, so it's basically just bonding time.
That's what it was. By the way, we visited, although we did not get to see him, we visited a relative in prison.
Yeah.
During honeymoon.
Okay.
Yes. Unfortunately, we got there and we were told we cannot see him because there was a case at the prison. I think they had just brought in some jambazi sugu, and the level of security was crazy. But not today, maybe another day. Yeah.
Okay, and that leads me to the next question. Like, during your honeymoon period, what really stood out for you guys? You could have mentioned that, but any other thing?
Yeah.
Like hiyo time yenu tu mnakumbukanga tu, kuna tu ako ka moment kamoja, you know, there's like sasa venye mnakumbuka mlienda prison, they're just to highlight.
Yes.
Yeah, all the things I remember ni place tulikuwa tunaenda kula lunch, ilikuwa ni kwa kibanda. Ilikuwa ni kwa kibanda ya Waswahili. So we did Swahili dishes. It was really nice.
Kibanda, my friend, Kibandaski.
Yeah. You know, I was looking forward to just lunchtime so that we can just go and have some food. It was really, really nice.
I'm telling you, it was just a kibanda. The shelter or the roof was just makuti, you know, just some, you know, easy space. You would easily dismiss that space, but we looked forward. In fact, tunaenda kulala tunaona tu akikesho lunch. Tutaenda kwa ule the food was awesome, and we'll go there and also just spend some time with guys there, connect with them, and even the lady that was selling food to us. But then I also enjoyed. We would have walks along the beach. Those were amazing. And just, you know, be fun. I can be funny sometimes. So I succeeded in making my newlywed wife laugh. Could crack jokes as we walked along the beaches. We took long walks. Long walks. And those will never be memorable for us.
I think also something that stood out was Eric took me where he grew up.
Yes.
Because he was raised at the coast.
Yes.
So he took me to the place where he grew up. Katembea huko akaonyesha places. Huko shule yenye alienda. The church where he was baptized when he was a baby and all that. Yeah, it was really memorable.
I took her back to my roots, literally. The place in Tongo, the village where I was raised, at least my early ages. I wasn't able to locate the exact place, but at least there are places. I even showed her the school I went to, both schools, the nursery school and the primary, Tongo primary. Showed her the class that at least I remembered the class 4. Because I think we left there the class 4, showed her the class and all that. That was also very, very nikamshow mahali madel kwa natutuma mboga kwa baniani fulani, mchicha, mkunde, hizo vitu. Kunde and all that,
Maybe we just read a few comments here. It's getting hot and hotter. Hope nime pronounce poor. It is impossible. I repeat, it is impossible for us to just sit and not make love in our honeymoon, not unless she's raining or sick. What? Okay.
That's okay. That's okay.
What do you think about that, guys?
Okay, that's why we say it depends with the couple.
Yes.
So
I mean, I identify with you, Mark. I identify with you. I'm grateful that I did not sign somewhere, even though we had talked about it and I thought maybe it wouldn't happen. But I'm happy I did not commit. I did not vow. So when you go there, Manzekali go down, Mark Oliver. For me, I realize it has to go down. It has to happen. But we're just saying, and maybe that is who you are, and that is what you agree with your partner. But there are those who will even say, okay, I don't think today, maybe tomorrow, and all that.
Okay, Alex Ndwati is saying honeymoon is all about sipping honey from the bee on the moon. Okay. On a serious note, it's communication at every level. My wife and I had amazing conversations every year and had an awesome world of discovering each other. Lots of stories to tell. We need to have this person on our show.
Awesome, Pastor Alex. Awesome. Mark Oliver.
That's the only exemption. Day one is forgiven. She might be too nervous, but other days, no way. Mark Oliver, we get you. We are sorry, we get you.
But Oliver, I hope you're married already, because that might scare your partner, man.
We hope so.
Laura, let me tell you something. If when people are not married, they think that most of the time, most people think that you get married just to have sex. By the way, that is a myth. It's a big myth. I'm telling you, it's a very big myth. Yeah.
Mark Bada anasema, how do you wait for all that time and do not do it eventually after legal authorization?
I mean, you have, for crying out loud, Mark, you have many years to do this. So if someone might be, someone might have good reasons why, but of course, we want to acknowledge that is a good place to, like I think I mentioned this earlier, it is a good place to unpack the gift, okay? You're just the two of you. And like I think Pastor Alex mentioned also, it's a time to connect in a very special way, okay? And, intimacy is part of connecting. And,
discovering each other,
yes, and allowing it to move into making love. But I think what I would want is someone doing the wedding and just thinking, I can't wait. Mpaka unajua hiyo mtani goja tu. Okay. Allow it to flow, allow it to happen naturally.
Yes.
Okay. As you connect in different aspects.
You bond.
But don't go there saying sasa ndio kataumana. I don't think I would encourage that.
Unasikia Rico Mark tena anasema no one is talking about the guy being nervous when the lady is ready. Have you ever been nervous? Man,
That's a good comment there.
Do men get nervous? I don't know.
Don't ask me that. Do people get nervous? Good question, person.
I wasn't nervous. That's why I was asking for it. I wasn't nervous. I would also like to know if there are any cases whereby it is the lady that wants the cookie so much and the guy is thinking, oh, hold up.
So volunteer.
Yes.
I want to say nimekuja huku nikapata Mark Olivia has been this is quite an interesting one for him. So Mark Olivia, kama tungekuwa na zawadi leo ungeenda na kitu hata kama ni note kama kalamu. But honest, the question you're asking there is important. I know so many people are asking the same question, and you're not asking for yourself, you're asking for many people. And the couple here, I think hizo vitu wamesema ni ukweli. So we would like to know or to catch up with you more. But
yes.
If you are not married yet, we can continue with this conversation. But if you are married, we know you're asking for somebody else because I know you know.
There's something Mark Oliver posted here that has caught my attention. Apparently hata yeye alipatiwa fake headache.
He's married. So he says, the one for us, we slept because she was too nervous. She literally faked headache, but I had worked with her to know she's just nervous and was all right.
I know that, Mark.
Yes, Duarte had mentioned something about no one is talking about men getting nervous. Yes. Mark says yes, we do get nervous.
Topic of another day.
Oh yeah, Mark says 6 years in marriage. Eish, okay. Buddha, unaelewa.
Thanks, man. Legend. Thanks for pouring out your experience here. We appreciate that. Yeah.
Sasa si ututumie zile sasa zinini zenye ni za ukweli sasa. Anyway, especially it's the first time that thing just decides not to cooperate.
I could disappoint.
That is very true.
It's a guy.
That thing just decides. Now that is the thing. Okay, if you probably are nervous, I think yes, you have a point, Mark. For a guy, if you probably are nervous or you are there's something that is bothering you. Pengine kama kuna mse ajalipwa, kuna mtu amekutumia text akakwambia kuna service provider ajalipwa.
Akakwambia na sijui kama unakumbuka tu kulipa mtu wa keki. Saa hizo ushafanya
Mark, I tell you, Alex, I tell you at that moment nothing cooperates.
Sasa ile unahitaji cooperation hakuna.
You'll be the one telling her, "Maze, can you just sleep tonight?
Sasa ile mkoko mnapakua chakula cooperation.
Cooperation.
Guys, I want us to come to the end of this today. But I really have to applaud you for being vulnerable, for not holding back information, and for sharing the beautiful story. We can't really exhaust everything in just 50 minutes. So we have to give it up for you for what you've been able to share thus far. But questions are not over. Guys, if you still have a question, you can go ahead and comment and let us know what you think. Let us know what your question is. Let us know what it is that you need clarity. But remember, the link exists for, and especially if you're a new person, a newlywed, the link exists for you. And hurry, because I don't think we have so much time. We already did the launch. And so, yeah, I think after 2 days, ni kama hii story itakuwa imefungwa. I'm not sure. These guys will be telling you more in a bit. But yes, that is one for you. You're watching us and you're newlyweds and you're like, yeah, I relate. And, mko kwa your space, you're looking for, you just want to go deeper. You have an opportunity to do that at the link. So join and remember, this is God inspired. And and I will be giving him an opportunity. Yeah. But is there anything that you would like to end with? And please, like Laura is saying, yes, you are the best person to talk about the link. So please remember to talk about the link as you finish.
Yeah.
I think last time we alluded to the fact that we saw God really at work through our honeymoon story, in terms of provision, in terms of provision. Do you know the Lord actually provided a car for us to move around at the coast? We got there and he gave us a private, vehicle to just do our stuff with, and that was favor. The way we connected, honeymoon was a place for us to even connect deeper in terms of mission and just understanding ourselves, each other rather better, and focusing our mission together. So it worked really, really well. We were convinced, we still are, that was part of God writing our story as we take with him this journey. And I totally believe that the God who is interested in weddings and marriages is so interested even in the honeymoon experience. Okay, so don't even think that he's not interested in your honeymoon. You who's planning a wedding, please leave him to lead even that, to take care, to take control of that component of your planning. Saa zingine unaweza feel wacha to trust God for provision ya wedding tu, hii honeymoon wacha tungangane nayo, ama hii place ya rent wacha tungangane nayo. Give him everything. Allow him to lead through the entire story. Let me talk a little bit about the link. Like Dante said, and we launched this towards the end of last year at our very last episode. The link is a brand owned by us, Mix of mine and myself are the founders of the link. The link seeks to connect people to God and their purposes. Okay, and currently under the link we offer services including After I Do, which Dante has talked about, and this is basically a place to help young couples or newlyweds from 0 to 3 years to build a community around themselves and help them maneuver through the challenges that come with the reality that checks in when you just get married. When you get to connect with someone deeply and you discover things that couldn't pop up when you are dating, that can actually jeopardize your marriage, your union, if you do not handle them in a manner that of course seeks to glorify God. We offer ourselves to work with such couples through a 1-year experience. We just launched a week ago, and we kick off with the first session in February. Okay, February 20th, we kick off with the first session, and that is the only chance you have. If this is you, if you're watching us right now, or if you should hear of this, or you're hearing this and you know someone who is just within that bracket of 0 to 3 years in marriage, please share with them that there is something that could help them, okay, to walk through the first few years of marriage as a couple. That is After I Do, okay? And this happens virtually, mostly virtually. We will have some sessions that will be meeting in person, but it's virtual. So anyone across the world can actually participate in this, okay? And it's an opportunity that will be of benefit to you as a person, to your marriage or your union, your family, but then also to the entire society. There is also Find Your Compass. This is for anyone out there. If you're stuck at a place where you're asking yourself, why do I exist? Then Find Your Compass is for you. Find Your Compass will help you answer that question and lead you to a meaningful, fulfilling, and fruitful life as you live out your mission. Okay? Find Your Compass is for you. You can reach out to us through the link.em@gmail.com. There is another one that is run by, we are an affiliate of this, called Before I Do. This one is run by Dante and his wife, beautiful wife, Audrey. They will be sharing more information about this, but we are mentioning this to our networks as well, because maybe you could be thinking, what about those who are preparing to get married? What about us who are hoping to meet someone and get into a serious relationship? There is something that is coming up, and in due time, please, Dante and his wife will be, sharing the information. But stay tuned. Stay tuned. Now that you know that there is something that could also be of benefit to you, just stay tuned and get the information as it comes your way. Thank you so much. And allow me to just appreciate Alex Ndwati here and Mark Oliver for being vulnerable with us and sharing your God story. God bless you so much.
God bless.
Thank you for watching Jenny the Montis today. My parting shot, ukienda honeymoon wajiachilie tu, kwa tu ease na ujibambe, usifikirie sijui nini, what am I supposed to do. Just be at ease na uenjoy tu time yako vizuri, because that is something that you will remember the rest of your life. Lakini ukiandoka umejikazia maisha, then you might end up regretting. So just be at ease and enjoy the moment. Yeah.
And don't call people while you're on honeymoon. Or don't answer calls. Okay? The only call you answer is that of your spouse.
The call of nature.
and that of nature.
Hiyo lazima Dano angeisema.
Wow.
Right. I think that's it for today. Somebody said, oh, let me see. We have a comment here. Mark Oliver Bana. Send us something. Send us something. Yeah. Thank you very much. Laura, thank you very much for, holding it down for me.
Laura, good job.
Yes, yes. Mi naona uendelee tu hivyo. Today I had to step out a little bit. Yeah, I had to respond to a few things, and I think you pulled it off well. So, hivyo. Next week, we do this again. Ladies and gentlemen, awesome. Would you like to end the show for us, by the way?
Yeah, maybe just end by saying, kama sisi wenye tuko honeymoon late, don't explore honeymoon sahi, ngoja the right time. I have to say that. For those who are singles and hoping that they get into this institution, hope that you're learning something from this, from Pastor Eric, Nakina Dante. And then we do this next time, same place, same time. We hear the show. Maybe next time we know after honeymoon, walisikia ish wasitoke huko, what happened. So keep it tuned. So, yeah, good things are coming. Just started. Ndio story inaanza sasa. Ndio story ya honeymoon inaanza sasa. So you don't wanna miss. Next time we'll have gifts. So ukuje umepiga kikombe ya strungi upanue tumbo. Niko na dishi nitawapatia. So we do it next time, same place, same time. Journey with the Mondays. Let's walk this journey together. Yeah.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Right.
Dante Fuge. Bye-bye.